What's your baseball philosophy? What got you so far?
As far as
What got you here?
got me here, just pitching, throwing strikes. It's the number one thing.
Now, do you pitch it to a batter's strengths, or your strengths, or a batter's weakness?
I think you always try to pitch to your strengths, but you definitely have to take into account the hitter's weaknesses and what they're trying to do. And that's what makes pitching fun, is just working different hitters, working the counts, reading scouting reports and stuff like that. Just trying to get them out any way you can.
Everybody hears about the draft. They hear about these first-round draft picks. They're supposed to have all these talent, and they do. But sometimes when they get in organizations, they get passed up by guys in the later rounds. Why does that happen?
Guys are better players. I don't know. You're saying why do guys?
But if first-round draft picks are getting passed up sometimes in organizations by guys drafted in later rounds.
I mean, even though you're a first-round pick, you still have to perform. If a guy's drafted in the 50th round, but if he can get guys out or if he can hit, he's going to get the shot at the end of the day.
Now, every spring training, the Giants and every team bring in more guys to compete with you at the major league level. How do you approach that?
Just, I don't think you can ever get too comfortable. Just every year coming in, you know that you got to fight for a job. Nothing's ever going to be given to you, and you kind of just have to keep that mindset. I think once you get too comfortable, you don't always, pitch your best or anything like that. So, just being on edge a little bit and always fighting for a job, I think will always keep you focused out there in the middle.
Now, obviously, baseball has injuries, say up and down. You're up and down the organization. Has there been a time yet that you wanted to leave baseball?
No. I've had a few surgeries in my career so far, and I just look at it as part of the process. It happens to a lot of guys, and baseball's always been my dream, something I wanted to do for my career, and never in my life would I give it up for an injury.
What gets you through that? I know you had a couple surgeries. What gets you through that?
Just the love of just playing baseball. Just knowing that eventually, you trust the process, trust what the doctors and the PTs and everybody are telling you, and it'll work out in the long run.
And what are some of the things about pro baseball you learned the hard way that nobody told you about?
I didn't personally know that many professional baseball players growing up, so it was kind of all a new experience for me. I didn't grow up around a clubhouse or anything like that. Growing up in Cincinnati, I watched the Reds play and stuff like that. But even in college, a lot of the pro guys that were gone ahead of me, we really wouldn't get a chance to hang out with them that much in the off season or anything like that, because you're in class going to fall ball or whatever. So just when I signed, everything was kind of a whole new process, and nothing to me has really been that big of an adjustment, a life change or anything. I don't have a family or a wife or anything like that has to travel with me or anything that would make it really hard. I have my family back in Cincinnati, but I'm able to see them a few times a year, and don't get to see them enough, but hopefully they'll start to change.
Now, once you sign a pro contract, obviously you're a professional baseball player. But was there a time before that when it dawned on you, or there was a moment that you realized you were going to play professional baseball?
Not really. I guess like my junior year, just knowing that the draft was going to come up, I was really excited about the opportunity of leaving after my junior year and just getting my career on its way. But you always think about it. When I was a senior in high school, I talked to a few scouts and stuff like that, just discussing how much money it would take to sign out of high school and stuff like that. So, I don't know, junior, senior year in high school kind of becomes a reality, and then once you go to college, you got to wait 3 more years, so kind of have to put it on hold again.
What did the scouts tell you at high school?
They don't tell you a whole lot. It's more of them finding out information on what it's going to take for you to sign. If you want to go to school, they're just trying to get a feel for what they can tell their people about them, so they don't pick you and then all of a sudden you don't sign with them.
Now, do you read the scouting reports, or where Baseball America may rank you at one point, or what people write about you?
When I was a couple years ago, or even when I was younger in college, I would read a lot of that stuff, and now I've kind of just tried to not read it as much and just focus on what I can control, and don't let any of those reports or anything just get in your mind. Just focus on what you do, and everything will take care of itself.
Anybody tell you, mom and dad call you, hey, guess what I read about?
No.
How do you handle the fans, people yelling and screaming at you?
Have I what?
How do you handle the fans, people yelling and screaming at you all the time?
Honestly, for a starting pitcher, it's a little bit different. We're only pitching once every fifth day. Kind of just have to. When you're out on the mound, you're far enough away from the stands. Usually, you don't hear anybody, anyways. So it's really not that hard. You'll hear people chirping at you when you're walking in from the dugout, but it's no big deal.
How about the umpires? How do you handle the umpires, especially as a pitcher?
I've never been a guy that really says anything to an umpire. They're human too. They make mistakes. It's really easy to get frustrated, but it just goes back to control that you can control. And once the ball leaves your hands, you pretty much don't have any control on what's going to happen, whether a ball or strike gets hit, whatever. So I just try to put all my focus into what I'm supposed to do and just let everything else worry about itself.
If a high school baseball player came up to you and said and asked you for advice, what would you give them?
Pro ball?
Yeah,
or
playing pro.
I think it's different for everyone. I think it's different just what kind of family situation you're in. For me, I would tell a kid that it would have to be life-changing money. For a pitcher, maybe I would say going to pro ball right away wouldn't be a terrible thing, more so than a hitter. Just because once you're in a professional organization, they take care of you a lot more than college coaches are really, college guys want to win. So that's the one thing I would say is just, I don't think it's the same for any one high school player. Everybody's different, so.